Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to another new album review. Today is, we've got two, this is the second, and this one is another blues album, and it's done by Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash, and he of course was born in Stoke-on-Trent here in the UK, and this was released last week, and it's what it's described as. The album is a collaborative blues project with a variety of musicians and singers, and the album is called Orgy of the Damned. So he opens up the album with a great version, I'll say this, by Stephen Wolf, and it features Chris Robinson, and it's The Brilliant Pusher. Classic Stephen Wolf track, and they do it really well. I was surprised. I thought, oh, this will be a thing, but no, very good version. Can't deny that. Up next, Crossroads, which features Gary Clark Jr., the classic Robert Johnson track. Loads of people have covered this, including Cream, but this is too heavy. He's made it too heavy, and it doesn't sound right. It's lost its blues. It's more like a metal track. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Blues is blues. Up next, Willie Dixon penned song but made famous by Muddy Waters, and it features legendary guitarist singer from ZZ Top, Mr. Billy Gibbons, and it's their version of Hoochie Coochie Man. I love this. Billy Gibbons keeps it what it should be, a blues song. I love his gravelly voice. Very good version of that song. Up next, this features Chris Stapleton, and it's a version of Fleetwood Mac's Oh Well. It's not a bad version, actually. Now, I've heard there's a clip of Billy Gibbons and Slash playing together on this, and I think Slash's guitar work is pretty good on this. I was quite impressed with him. Yeah, it's not a bad version. Certainly better than the Deep Purple version. Up next, and we've got a Charlie Seeger track now, Key to the Highway, and this features Dorothy. Now, the Dorothy sounds great, but it's just too rocky. It's lost its bluesy feel to it. Just a bit too heavy for me. Then we have a Lightning Hopkins song called Awful Dream, featuring Iggy Pop. Oh dear. Iggy, you're not a blues singer. You can't sing the blues. Stick to what you're good at. That's probably the worst track on here. But the next track, my favourite track. It's a song written by Albert King. It's the great Born Under a Bad Sign, and it's sung by the magnificent Paul Rodgers, and that's why it's my favourite track, because I love Paul Rodgers, and whenever he sings on anything, he is pretty good, and he does a cracking version of this. Even the guitar work from Slash is good. Fantastic. Okay, up next, we've got a Temptation song, and it features Demi Lovato, and it's their version of Papa Was a Rolling Stone, and this is good. Demi does a great job on this. Second favourite track on here. She's a great singer, and I'm glad she's gone down this route on her own stuff now, and I love this version. Up next is a Howlin' Wolf number, Killing Floor, sung by the one and only Mr. Brian Johnson, and you get a different vocal from Brian. Not so gravelly. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant version. And I think Brian did a great job on there. Up next, another classic. This one's from Stevie Wonder. I've got a great version of this by Gillan. And this one's sang by Tash, Neal, and it's the brilliant Living for the City. It's a classic song from Stevie, and I think Tash does a great version of this, and I like the guitar work from Slash on there. Okay, up next, got a T-Bone Walker track, one of my favourite T-Bone Walker tracks. Features Beth, Hart, and it is Stormy Monday. Now, when I heard this track sort of changed my opinion of Slash as a guitarist. I thought he was just a okay average guitar player, but his guitar work on this is just fantastic. It's a great version, and I really do like it. Then he has his own he does a little thing of his own called Metal Chestnut, and this is what you sort to expect from Slash. It's this sort of thing, and you know it's Slash playing on guitars on it. Okay, this is an album. There's some fine performances on here. Notably, of course, Billy Gibbons, Demi Lovato, and Brian Johnson. Some of the tracks are really bluesy, and then the ones he tried to beef up just didn't cut the mustard for me. I don't want to hear heavy metal versions and rocky versions of great blues songs. It doesn't fit. Crossroads, you remember how that was originally written by just one acoustic guitar. I mean, Cream sort of jazzed it up, but it's still got that bluesy feel. But that version is just too grungy, and I don't like it. But Slash's guitar player, I think he handled himself very well on here. He played very well, and you know, my estimations on him have gone up a little bit. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. So there we go. That's today. You've got two great little blues albums. I'd seriously say go and check out this Slash one, even though it has got a couple of blips on it. Most of it's a good listen. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow, which means it's Saturday, which means it's a video with Richard. And tomorrow we're going to go back to glam because it was so popular when we did our favourite glam tracks for our 40th video together. And we've decided to do a sort of follow-up to that. But this one is going to be the deep cut glam tracks. The ones that were not on singles. The ones that are hidden away on albums. That only glam rock nuts like me and Richard would know. So that's coming tomorrow, and we're doing 20, of course. You can't do 10, we'd have been struggling. So it's a top 20 tomorrow. So I will see you for that. Bye for now.